Working. Okay, I think we're live. Let's run this.
Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
Right, we might have an. Okay, right. I think we're back. I think we're here. I don't know if we're here or not. What's going on, Curtis? Oh man, honestly, we just had a complete meltdown. But we are now officially live and direct. So it looks like when I try and stream to Twitter, that is what's crashing OBS. So yeah, we won't be doing that anytime soon. So welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well. That was a literal and utter disaster. So please forgive me, everybody. We are now officially, I believe, live. Everything's kind of cooking on gas. We're up to speed. We've got the Familia Madrigal here on TikTok as well. So, like I said, I think we are now officially all live and we're all happening. So, welcome, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Like I said, we had just a complete disaster. I'm going to have to sort that out. I daren't touch it now, though. I literally daren't touch anything to do with OBS because I don't want it to crash. So, welcome. After a very turbulent start to this live stream, what I like the most is we actually got 63 views on the stream that never started. Someone actually give it a dislike. I bet that was Al. Al definitely would have given it a dislike. So, right, we'll delete that one out. We're live. We're here. We're making it happen right now. Let me share this. Get a shareable link. Head on over to here and put it out there. What's going on, Vern? What's up, 2-Bit? What's going on, Crispus? Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are live and direct. Boom. Right, there we go. Let's get that out as well. I think we're sorted now. Jesus, that took a while. Right. BR95 says, should we be worried about the dip? What dip? We've absolutely pumped back up. I don't know if you checked, by the way. We're at 105,556. So I am not worried at all, actually, in fairness. So, yeah. Anyway, good news, if you ask me. Good news. Right. Welcome. Oh my God. I am just clicking all sorts of buttons right now and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's freaking happening. We're trying to get things sorted. It's really stressful, actually, when it all goes kind of Pete Tong. Right. There we go. I think we're sorted. I mean, I have nothing lined up. No information for you guys. I'm going to have to try and do all this on the fly as I had it all set up before and now it's a disaster. So you will forgive me, I'm sure, for not being ready. But anyway. What's going on, Pints? Good to see you. Craig's here as well. Bobby T says, man, been struggling getting this live going. Yeah, it's OBS just totally crashed. And when OBS crashes, then it like completely knackers my live stream. So yeah, that's kind of why we ended up being exactly where we are right now, which is not great. I accept we're not great. But like I said, hopefully we are now back and coming at you as hard as Cleopatra and making it happen as just as bullish. So yeah, good news, everybody. We're back. Right. Hopper Selmo Tim, what's going on? Welcome. Simon says, ciao. Oh, is that me going? Or is that a good endearing term for saying hello? What's going on? Made my way to the airport. My flight's tomorrow, sitting in Premier Inn. Bobby T, you legend. Enjoy that, my man. So yeah, pretty interesting day in the markets. Obviously, we've got that big rally on the back of yesterday's announcement, specifically related to the ceasefire in Israel and Iran. Now, there's been lots of like little bit of tension going on over the course of the last like 24 hours. But what we can say is that it looks to be like it has come to an end. Fingers crossed. You can never obviously be too crazily sure in this game because who knows what the heck's going to happen. But I think it's fair to say we are, you know, we're kind of there, which, you know, a lot of us will take. And the market's definitely reacted really positively, which is obviously good news. And hopefully we'll continue, therefore, to move to the upside. Lots of people now, as you would expect, are flipping very optimistically bullish on the market. No surprise there. And everyone that said we were all going to zero yesterday has now suddenly become the biggest bull in the world. We called it yesterday. Even Dr. Profit, whatever he's called, is now officially bullish on the market. So, like I said, no surprise. It all is a bit interesting, but we will try and break down exactly what's happening, why it is worth having a sentiment of caution. But I guess why? Well, I'm maintaining exactly what I think, which is I reckon we are now on the move. This is it. We are heading up to the big time, baby. And that's what we're all about. So yeah, good news. Good news. Fingers crossed this will continue to push to the upside as well. So let's get into a little bit as what's going on. And, oh, good news, everybody. Good news. It looks like my it looks like my stream deck is now not working as well, which is oh so bullish. Man, it is a... Oh, I pressed the wrong button as well. It is an absolute disaster. Right, there we go. Obviously, what is this? Jesus Christ. Right, okay, good news. There we go. Get all of this out of my way. It's all a bit wild out there. We're getting there enough. Fucking... Oh, man. Right, see, people have audio teams and I just have me. So therefore, when I'm not working and I'm not trying to, it's a disaster. But anyway, right. Welcome to everybody on TikTok as well. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget, tap that screen. Let's lock it in. Let's absolutely get this stream pumping tonight. It's a bad start, but it's going to be great. By the dip, if you don't know about XRP, welcome to you. Good to see you, man. Blockchain's here as well. Granty, welcome. Appreciate you. Ponky's in the house. What's going on, Ponky? Good to see you, man. Welcome, buddy. Appreciate you. Says shorts are printing for this evening. Do you think? Total 3 rejected? Maybe. Look at that. Jerry getting the number 3 gifted badge. What's going on, Jerry? Thank you so much, everybody. Keep tapping that screen. Let's absolutely send this live stream to the max, both on TikTok and on YouTube as well. So shout out to you guys. We're not going to X though tonight because that keeps crashing my PC. Right. So what do we get? Well, look, here we are on the daily. Big old Candelarino. Nice move here on the BTC chart on that ceasefire announcement yesterday. Like I said, there's been some pretty interesting turbulence over the course of the last, maybe 6 to 8 hours. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing. You think Bitcoin will get to $1 million in 10 years? I think Bitcoin will be $1 million before then. Absolutely before then. Let me tell you that. That's my prediction anyway. I could be wrong though. Don't forget, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. So just saying, but I way think it's coming sooner than that. Definitely. But yeah, nice little move on BTC. We talked about this yesterday. We talked about some key levels to hold on this. That feels like it's very much following the similar pattern that we've been talking about, which would be a nice push to the upside. We did get rejected the 618, 106. We touched on that yesterday. That, however, now starting to play out a little bit more favorably as we look towards a more sustainable market. And again, what that looks like. So 106 is probably the key level I'm looking for a break above this. And this will absolutely indicate that we are definitely in a move. Now, what is important, though, we did come down, wick onto the reversing trend line and did actually support that trend line from the 0.5 Fibonacci. So again, these are good news stories as Bitcoin continues to play out. The overall market cap back over 3.22 trillion, wipes out the entire Iran-Israel thing. I know obviously we sort of started up here really, but we're sort of in this world now where the overall global market actually looks pretty bullish. And we are continuing, once again, similar to Bitcoin, really, to sort of push that back to the upside. So lots of good news, if you ask me. Altcoins are still a sack of spanners, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But as you can see there, look, very optimistic in terms of where BTC sits, and more importantly, therefore, how it is currently playing out in a more bullish sentiment, which is good news. Justin, what's going on? Holmes is here as well. Legendary, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate it, man. Bowman's here as well. Good to see you. PME's in the building. What's going on, lad? Appreciate you. Bye-bye. What's going on, Selmo? Good to see you, man. Cheese as well. Good to see you guys. Don't forget, you're going to have to hit the like button and you're going to have to make sure you share this far and wide because obviously it's always a disaster getting started. So if you could tap the like button, that would be great. If you could hit that subscribe button, that would also be super bullish. And likewise, if you're here on TikTok, do tap that screen. Let's get over 10,000 likes again right here. We'll start giving out some coins very, very shortly. So let your friends know we're live. Then if they want to know what the hell's going on in this crypto market, then get them in here. It's absolutely worthwhile talking about. So with that being said, and I guess the kind of macro view of where Bitcoin is right now, Jerome Powell has obviously been testifying in front of the banking services and the House Committee. And look, he's been fucking bullish on the market, which is wild if you think about it. But Jerome Powell announced banks are free to provide banking services to the crypto industry and are also free to conduct crypto activities. I thought this would get a bigger move in the charts than it actually did. But yeah, Jerome Powell is very bullish. And in fact, members of the official Fed committee actually saying today they believe rate cuts should come as soon as July. We could even see a crazy rate cut outside of that. Now, it would be highly unlikely, but it is not out of the realms of possibility. Jerome Powell could go, yeah, do you know what? We probably need to cut some rates here. And he could cut rates. We could get a very bullish PC on Friday. This could play out favorably into the markets. The depend will be, does Jerome Powell buckle to the demands or not? I feel like he won't, but at the same time, worth noting that the Fed officially is talking about a de-escalation of quantitative tightening, which will be good news, and start to play out interest rate cuts. And again, I think everyone's pretty clear on how that all works through and how that all plays out. So fingers crossed this will kind of continue and we start to see a little bit more positive movement in the markets. Fingers crossed, eh? Jesse, what's going on? Good to see you. Lauren Babs here says, I got 2 out of the 3 letters right, Vern. No idea what that means, but anyway. I need Trump to drop bunker busters on Rotherham. I don't know about that. But yeah, I was second to sell more today. No number though. That's all good, Tim. Don't worry about it. So yeah, again, Jerome, very, very bullish. It's obviously great news for Bitcoin, by the way. If we can start to custody banks holding cryptocurrency, holding assets, this would be incredibly optimistic as to how this sort of plays out. And certainly, you know, something we would be definitely welcoming right now in the space. Here's the hourly chart on Bitcoin. You can see this nice uptrend continuing. The rest of the altcoin market, Ethereum had a reasonably good move. Guess where Ethereum now sits, everybody? I don't make the rules up, baby. I only tell you what the charts say. And boom, we are back in the trading channel for Ethereum. Very interesting indeed. Have you heard of SWFTC? Yes, I have actually. I have indeed. We actually talked about it a little bit on the channel. So yeah, Swiftcoin. Solana down marginally, as was Cardano. We'll talk a little bit about that. XRP moves just a tad. Sui back at 275. Casper had a decent move today as well, as did Aerodrome Finance. Soon to be back above all-time highs. Who would have thought that, by the way? All-time high in Aerodrome Finance is about 103, 106, something like that. So not a million miles away. Jasmine continues its run at 4%. That's a good news story as well. Your risk assets or your speculative plays are the ones that have got hurt today. So things like Brett took a little bit of a dumperino. Aethio, which I was way more optimistic about that move yesterday, but took a bit of a hit. Picoin, moved. SWFTC or Swiftcoin is up as well. That one's starting to move 3.7%. Some of the big news stories of the day. Look at oil. The meme coin that is oil dumping down to 62.8. We want to keep this pushing down. It is important, though, to reference the NASDAQ and the S&P both rallied today. So, again, yes, you could argue that risk assets are getting a slightly favorable move. However, people still are trusting into traditional finance and more of those, more conservative markets where I think people get to. A close today, green, I think would be good. That's what we'd look for. We obviously got a pretty bullish close yesterday at 105.5. So, look, good news. And fingers crossed we can continue that to the upside, which would be good news. Now, obviously, like I said, everyone has now flipped completely bullish on the market. Everyone's saying the bull market is far from over and that the bear market theories were all nonsense. And here we go. But look at this. Macro view on BTC. The descending, broadening wedge. Is this how this is going to play out? ATH in 2021. We actually broke this chart down way ago. Where we said once Bitcoin breaks the previous all-time high from the previous cycle, then it depends what happens post that. You generally see a push to the all-time highs, which we've kind of seen. The break came in back here in 2024. The descending, broadening wedge potentially then could see us certainly heading on up. Lots of people, including Dr. Crypto, by the way, are predicting $185,000 to $200,000 on Bitcoin. Again, speculative numbers, but worthwhile thinking about. Lots of people now have flipped entirely bullish. So look, all good news if you ask me. The last bull run is officially loading. M2 Global Liquidity Pump. Bitcoin's new target, $150,000. Countries one by one are injecting billions into crypto. And when they did it before alts skyrocketed, and it's worth noting, by the way, that it isn't just countries that are hugely dumping massive sums of money in. You've also got, and we talked about this, we talk about this most nights, massive inflows into ETF products again. $3.08 billion worth of ETF exchange flows in and out. What we do know, though, is once again, BlackRock bought over 2,112 Bitcoin. I mean, what the f*** is going on? We should be at about $1 million right now on Bitcoin. 2,112. That takes their total now for the last 7 days over 11,300. You've got Fidelity buying. You've also got Grayscale Mini, which is continually buying as well, which is kind of interesting to think about. Vanek looking very optimistic at over 500 Bitcoin. So all of which, if you ask me, is very interesting indeed. Lots of continuations of buying, lots of really big money flowing into this market, while at the same time, obviously, everyone's expecting what we think is going to be a continuation to the upside of a big bull market. We can also see here, look, Ethereum, and actually BlackRock bought another $20 million worth of Ethereum, the big fake out yesterday when they looked like they were going to dump everything. The whales, though, have been loading up, as you would expect. Remember what we say, whenever this market, and we will obviously tell you and walk through what exactly it looks like when the market looks like it's going to go to zero. But the Ethereum mega whale or mega whale net position change, entities holding over 10,000 Ethereum, accumulated Ethereum crazier than we have seen for months and months and months. Pretty bullish indeed. This is why you always follow the smart money. Like, do what they do and not what they say. I think it's always important to think about that. So lots of moves in Ethereum and specifically some ETF products have been flowing hugely into Ethereum. Could we be about to see an Ethereum ETF with staking? That could be a pretty optimistic thing, so keep your eyes peeled on that. And finally, look at this. Crypto Elites is telling us we're going to 200k. So look, it's all good. Do you know what I mean? All good, in my opinion. Let me roll on green. Let's get it. Let's get it. Legendary, I agree. Jerome needs to say this. Yeah, Jerome needs to just drop rates. That's what he needs to do. Legendary, I agree. Liquidity. Coinbase refusing to work on my mobile. Tired. Everything. Get what? Coinbase refusing to work on my mobile. Tried everything to get it going. No joy. What? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I just realized you can sell your poop to science. I have a new career. What the hell, Lauren Bob? What the hell is that? That's wild. That is wild. H-bar about to rip. Yeah, lots of people think it is, by the way. Lots of people think it is. So, yeah. Anyway, like we said, very bullish and very optimistic as to how this is all playing out. And more importantly, kind of where the markets go. So, you know, we're all good. We are all good in the hood. Okay. Let's get into a little bit of news. It feels like my screen's a bit off. Do I need to like... Is that better? Maybe that's a bit better. Maybe that's a bit better. Does that feel a bit better as a... Or does it need to be like way bigger? Like that. Is that about... That feels about right, doesn't it? That feels about right. Right. Cool. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so Powell reaffirming the Fed has no issues with banks conducting crypto activities. Does this open up the doorway for many others? I don't know, potentially. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell claimed that central banks do not object to US banks providing services to cryptocurrency companies or participating in crypto-related activities. This is good news. We're all for it. And again, probably tells us that there is a definite shift in the markets. Could this be the reason why they are slightly easing their view or their stance, particularly on where the interest rate should be? And is this going to therefore play out? Follow established risk management and consumer protection standards. Obviously, we talked about that yesterday. So the Fed could have just green-lit massive opportunities when it comes to the banking sector. And more importantly, therefore giving the average Joe, which, let's face it, we need that. The institutions are here. Big capital's here. We need the average investor to come in and buy a bit of Bitcoin. That's what we need. 2bit, you're far too bullish. We're having a massive dump soon. Do you think, Curtis? Maybe. Maybe. What's Vern doing? You can't just delete a message just because it says send ETH to 0. Come on, we're not about that. RPM, let's see. Yeah, this is it for leg 2. Now you're here, Daniel. That's it. That's true, by the way. Good day. Yeah, well, it was stuck in traffic. It's fine. It's fine. Looks like liquidity at 104 in the next few hours. Tomorrow the upside to grab the 106,900, then price discovery, maybe to retest the 113 level. Well, we'll see. Don't forget, PCE is coming on them. Kramer did go bullish, which is slightly disappointing today. I'm not going to lie. Slightly disappointing to say, but yeah. Anyway, Powell reaffirms that. We'll see how this plays out from the banking sector. I think this could be good news, and I think maybe interest rates are going to drop. We're going to see banks custodying crypto, all of that good stuff. Fingers crossed we start to see a little bit more optimism. A turn to the markets, that would be good news, wouldn't it, if you ask me? So, yeah. Right, in other news, Chainlink. This is a big deal. Chainlink surging over 14% after partnering with MasterCard to bring 3 billion users direct access to cryptocurrency. Let's get it, Chainlink. Still, man, what's it at now, though? It's probably way more than I would have wanted to pay for it. Yeah, 13.20. All right, it's not crazy numbers, but still, we were talking about this the other day of Chainlink potentially being one that we should have got into. But yeah, Chainlink looks pretty optimistic. Raj Domahandirian, MasterCard's executive vice president for blockchain digital assets, said this, quote, "There's no doubt about it. People want to be able to easily connect to digital assets ecosystems and vice versa. That's why we continue to leverage our proven expertise in global payment network to bridge the gap between on-chain commerce and off-chain transactions." Following the announcement, Chainlink native token Link surged about 14% to 1337 of the press, according to CryptoSlate data. So, you know, that's a pretty big deal, I think. I think it's a pretty big deal. I think the fact that you've got Visa now in, you've got MasterCard now in, lots of traditional banking systems are in. They are now partnering with what you would deem as very big and successful cryptocurrency projects. Banks are allowed to custody crypto. I mean, God, how can you not be bullish? That's my opinion. That is exactly what my opinion is. The Fed lies. I saw him say employment is at maximum levels, but I see so many people being laid off. Yeah. It's hard to see it at a full macro level, though. But I don't know. I'm not close enough to the employment. I'm not close enough to the employment data coming out of the US. We're going to be rich if you're going to hold long enough. That's true. That is true. The initiative relies on a group of integrated partners to provide regulative and smooth transactions. I actually think you're going to see Chainlink do way more stuff, way more stuff in this market than we've probably seen before. And the Chainlink co-founder Sergey Nazarov described the initiative as a critical step in bridging DeFi to real-world users. Like I said, this could be very good news for everybody. Fingers crossed it plays out as Bitcoin is pushing a little bit, everybody. Oh, it's 2-bit. Oh, let's all short the market because when 2-bit goes live, he dumps the market. Oh, well, what's this? It's going up in price. Anyway, so back to the normal regular viewing. Let's talk about Bitcoin continues to recover while oil prices go down. This is great news. Oil. Keep your eyes on oil, by the way. Dumping to oblivion. Which is great news. Public sector is strong. There are a lot of federal layoffs. Yeah, that's true. It's good on Mark. Good to see you, man. Also going to 20x in the last 3 months. 20x. Man, I hope so. I'm all for it. I feel like it's a very optimistic view, but hey, I mean, I'm down for some 20x altcoins. Of course I am. Bitcoin, by the way, let's get it, baby. Let's keep pushing. Ethereum, let's be nice to get over 2,500 on Ethereum as well today. But yeah, the price of oil is going to be important because this obviously is all to do with global trade and inflation. Remember when we talk about CPI data, the fact that oil and energy costs are such a massive drain on CPI. If oil prices are down, which, by the way, we talked about earlier, they are dumping to oblivion, $92.81 a barrel. Good news on that. Then this will be positive. Bitcoin appeared to have regained its footing Tuesday morning while oil prices continue their decline after US President Trump and China green light to continue purchasing oil from Iran. Good news. I mean, good news to a degree. And obviously, that will continue to open up using the Strait of Hormuz, which we talked about yesterday. 20% of the global oil-related traffic goes through there. I mean, the reality is 50% of it goes to China, but still, it's obviously good news as well. So I'm all for it. How does that, though, affect the altcoin market? Worthwhile just thinking about. Geopolitical tensions are killing the altcoin market. Bitcoin, and this is how you can tell, right? Bitcoin dominance, once again, skyrocketing. Institutional info continues to come in. But it's like anything, isn't it? When you look at all of the just traditional markets, finance markets, whether that's mortgage brokers or whatever it is, the big money has to come in first and the little money comes in second. What are we seeing? Massive inflows into Bitcoin before the retail investor comes in. I still think the retail investors come in. It is just a matter of time. So this is why you're seeing things like this. Altcoins will have a move. I am very optimistic of that. I think, though, there's a couple of things that have to play out, first and foremost, and we need to settle this market down. I know what people are thinking. This market's been absolutely on, like, steroids now for about the last week or two. Not necessarily pumping, but just really intense, really crazy in terms of price action, lots of volatility in the market. Everyone is absolutely terrified about the next news story coming out. So we need some calm in the market. A slow, continuous grind to 110 would be nice. And then we can start thinking about what that looks like post that point. But yeah, altcoin season index indicates the market remains a BTC dominated phase with altcoins lagging significantly. And they're miles behind. I actually looked at my portfolio, which I haven't done actually since the whole Iran-Israel thing kicked off. I just thought, you know what, I don't really care. And yeah, man, there's some painful altcoins in there. But look, we've got to stay optimistic. Hopefully. 2-bit getters over 106. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. 105, 740. If you can get me over 100 likes, then we're probably going to be all right for both. It's up 20. Yeah, that's true. Oil and XRP go hand in hand. Do they? I mean, I'm down for it. I would say crypto and oil kind of go hand in hand. If oil goes down, it's a bit like that, isn't it? If oil goes down, crypto generally goes up. Jesse, I'll never make the cut. I'm a geezer and sleeping. Don't worry about it. Stream elements, stop spamming the chat. I know you can't control them sometimes. My stream is just terrible. I can't keep up. Is it just me or I've went on and off Wi-Fi? What do you mean? I'm still in my longs. Nice, Curtis. I like it. I'm still mining crypto myself. Tim, fingers crossed. Get it, Curtis. Maybe that's the right strategy. Maybe mining is the way forward. That would be good news, wouldn't it? Continue that move. So look, that's kind of where we're playing out. I still feel this screen is like, I'm looking at the smallest screen, but then it kind of looks super weird on here. Let me just transform this. And fit to screen. There we go. Maybe that's better. Maybe that's better. Good news. If you invested in quality projects, you have nothing to worry about long term. That's true. That's true. Christmas said I'm still in my shorts. Man, it's crazy. The weird thing is, it's up from my total spend in my portfolio, but definitely down on my profits. Yeah, well, again, never worry about your unrealized gains. That's always my opinion on it. Question, DCX or Algo? Algo, I don't know what DCX is. I'm sorry if I should do, but I'm very optimistically bullish on Algo. Have been for months and months. I think I can't remember when I was talking about it, probably down here somewhere back in April, but yeah, I've been very optimistic about Algo. Hits all of the ISO 222 metrics, is as good as H-bar. The network's as solid. It's as cheap as it's fast. Lots of optimistic views of Algorand, and not many people are talking about it, which could be a good one. Been around for a while, established community. I think, I must caveat though and context it with I do think there are new shiny projects that could outpace Algorand and could be as bullish. But again, if you were looking for an ISO 222, maybe you missed the XRP pump, albeit I still think there's some optimistic in that, then Algorand wouldn't be a bad shout at all. I'll put my speedos in the freezer first. What the hell is that all about? Still in my long from 31.3 and 68.3. Get it, Jesse. That is optimistically bullish. Love it. Love it. Any thoughts on Uniswap? Thinking of getting involved? I would. The only reason I would buy Uniswap is if they turn rev share on. That's the only reason to buy Uniswap. There is so many better tokens out there. Just my opinion, not financial advice. But Uniswap would be a massive, massive token if they turn revenue share on. Like, that would be insane. I just don't know if they're going to do it. So personally, it's just not for me. I actually think something like Aerodrome Finance, Velodrome Finance could be more optimistic. You can already earn staking rewards. For example, Wrapped ETH and Aerodrome is at 22.5% on APR, which is good news. Uniswap will only be good if they turn rev share on. What's going on, Blazer? Good to see you, man. H-bar breaking local high. Let's get it. Daniel, bullish on H-bar. Yeah, nice. Nice little move there on the daily candle. In fact, 2 daily candles. BTC 105,888. See, if you keep hitting the like button, keep tapping that screen, that's what happens. The price of Bitcoin goes up. Johnny says, what do you think is going to run hard next? Man, if I knew that, bro, I'd be a millionaire and I wouldn't need to be on this live stream. But, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. What do I think is going to run? I guess altcoins, utility coins, probably. Some of these ISO 222 coins, I don't think memes are there yet. I think memes will take a little bit longer, but maybe blockchain-based ones. Sui, I think could be good. AVAX, I mean, I was going to talk about AVAX tonight. Solana and AVAX, lots of people are now discussing, and I still think, I mean, AVAX has to be super undervalued in the grand scheme of coins. Absolutely has to be. You've got things like Aave. Aave now pushing nearly 30% of the DeFi market. It's pretty crazy as well. I was going to talk about it. Let me just try and find the article that I was going to discuss. It was all about Solana and AVAX and how people are just totally just missing the opportunity with those. I'm in AVAX. I'm in Solana. A lot of my Solana is actually staked, in fairness, still. But yeah, I still think AVAX is massively, massively undervalued, and yeah, I think it has a big upside to come as well. So trying to find that article though is going to be pretty difficult. But yeah, AVAX, there we go. Look, AVAX gaining 8% but faces short-term resistance. Token was one of the outperformers in the broader CoinDesk 20 index. So people again are very optimistic about where AVAX could sit. 105,900 by the way. Keep tapping that like button. Keep tapping the screen as well if you're on TikTok. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to drop a follow. It would be great. Aero, what's your price prediction for this in the bull run? Man, I'd like to see at least $12 on Aerodrome Finance. I think it's a very bullish statement, but let me give you a disclaimer on that. We'll only hit that number if it becomes the actual native token of the base chain, which is possible. It's Coinbase backed, all the rest of it. So, you know, look, I think Aerodrome at $3, $4 would be pretty bullish for the start. So we'll see. 2bit, send me 1,000 Sol. I'll send back 2,000. Tim, I actually believe you probably have got 2,000 though. That's not like a crazy scam, is it? I need to turn my notification back on so when Iran says they're sending another missile, I can close my longs. I mean, that's true. That's true. Hopefully there will be no more, and hopefully we are at the end of that. TRB is one to watch. Tiny supply, microcap. TRB, have we spoke about TRB before on the channel? I feel like maybe we have, actually. I feel like maybe we have. JJ says, any thoughts on KDA, as in Kadena? Something we've not looked at for the longest time, actually. I mean, look, it's an old school coin, really old school solid community. Lots of people still believe in it. If I'm honest, and maybe I kind of get penalized for this, I just think there's new shiny coins that are probably a little bit better, personally. Yeah, TRB, Teller, yeah, we spoke about it on the channel. Bernie, I saw him tweet about on X the other day, but haven't really seen anything since, but yeah. That's my view. So again, I think AVAX definitely has a chance. And I do think there's some big altcoins out there that just simply haven't got quite to where they need to be right now. That doesn't mean they're not going to move, by the way. Always worthwhile thinking about. So again, keep your eyes peeled. Right, don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Also, keep tapping that screen. Let's get this live stream to 10,000. I would appreciate it. What new shiny coins do you like? Aerodrome Finance. I'm big fan of Aethia. I'm bullish on Sui. I've been looking to get a position in Sui for a while. Haven't yet. Very optimistic about that. I think that's going to be good. And then there's a couple of DeFi plays that I'm pretty optimistic about as well. So again, worthwhile just researching hard. There's some good coins coming out soon. If you're interested, hit the follow button. We'll talk about them way more on the channel as well. So yeah, even I'm not giving up on maybe dynamic. That'd be pretty crazy. That would be pretty crazy. Loading up on all the shit coins. You gotta get those shit coins in for sure. Absolutely for sure. Crispus says pink tacos. We're all about that. We're all about that. So the other thing to note, by the way, and we haven't looked at this before, or we haven't looked at this for a while, is what does it look like from a monthly calendar perspective and kind of where we sit. So July tends to be slightly optimistic. As you can note here, June tends to be proper pants. As the grand scheme of things work through in terms of monthly performance, June is the worst month. July then tends to be pretty optimistic. August, pretty flat. September, crap. October, November, and December. So if we could be seeing market cycle tops in October. That was when this market started to move as well, which is kind of good news. So I think definitely worthwhile thinking as all of this plays out. We may still have some pretty optimistic moves in the market, and all of which I would be very much optimistic on. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to happen, a lot more adoption to come in, and we do need retail to come and join us. But yeah, still. Yeah, I bought Sui at 40 cents. Man, sold at 75. No, come on, JJ. Oh, man, there's always the next one, though. There's always the next one. There'll be people going, oh, my God, I can't believe I didn't buy Marbitz at that price. You know, it's always going to happen, always. Send me 5,000 Sol and I'll send you a staking rewards forever. Hey, RPM, I've got you covered. No problems. Chris Mares, what's going on? Good to see you. Still someone saying the bull market is still coming. Still market is, yeah, the bull market is, well, we're in the bull market. We are in the bull market. That's the point. What's wrong with my message? I mean, I'll let you be the decider of that. Let you be the decider of that. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of how it plays out. Ethereum quarterly looking pretty good actually in Q2 so far. Q3 tends to be pretty bang average. So keep your eyes peeled on what that looks like. Liquidation map. Let's take a look, see what the traders are doing right now. Looking pretty flat, if I'm honest. This is probably the best one that we walk through here. So pretty flat as this kind of plays out. People still feeling a little bit more favoritism towards an uptrend in the market. And hopefully we can continue that. I think whenever we see peace in Iran and Israel, hopefully no more missiles get fired. And I think actually we'll start to see the market push a little bit further. So we'll see what comes out of the G20. Are they all at the G20 these next few days? That could be pretty interesting as well. What do you think of the Block DAG pre-sale? Did a couple of videos on it on my YouTube channel. I mean, it's a massive pre-sale. Has a big opportunity mining ecosystem. Always do your own research though. Definitely worthwhile. But yeah, could be a good one. Could be a good one for sure. I bought a bag of what? Only €5 bag of cucumber. How are you? 10k bag of Marbs? Chris, 10k bag's about 6k. Marbitz keeps getting dumped on by certain individuals. So yeah, not great. Not great, but it is what it is. I think XAM will break 0.10. I mean, it was looking great yesterday, in fairness. It was looking great yesterday, whether it's still there. What are we at now? 1.5. I mean, 10 cents a big push, and it's a 10x from where it is. I mean, some people got it, some people said 20x here on the altcoin market, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, could be. And I remember Tiger King, even Tiger King will pump. I mean, even Mononoke Idu might pump. Who the hell knows? Shut up. Oh, dear me. Tim says that one will be $1 billion market cap by launch. I mean, yeah, potentially. I mean, it's big. What is it? $350 million pre-sale. Yeah, could be good. Could be good. I said that, didn't I? BTC bull market, alt bear market. Yeah, they will flip though. They will flip, and I still remain very optimistic that we will get a strong altcoin market. We may just end up being delayed into 2026. I don't want to really get to that point because I still think there's August to play out, albeit we haven't got long. I guess the question would be, if we just go back, when did the kind of final push? So if we said, yeah, so if we kind of said that, what would we be looking for? Let's take the bottom of the first to the top of the one was 119 days. So if we then said the bottom of this currently one, and then we went 119 days, where does that take us to? 119 takes us to The 4th of August, if it were to play out. Now you might say, well, hold on a minute, 2-bit. We had the 12-day war between Israel and Iran, so delay it for 2 weeks. Okay, well, that takes us to the 18th of August. I think my initial prediction for the market cycle top was back end of August. I think that's kind of been delayed. I would be more inclined to say maybe we see October. But, you know, could that play out? Could we see the market, you know, push? We could put a little dotted line in there for a laugh and see where we can kind of get to it. If we said, we said there. Could that see us as the market cycle top? What would that look like? You know, I mean, it'd be a pretty limp market cycle top, but yeah, hitting 114. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We will have to break this, by the way. We'll have to break this 14-year trend line. It would be a big moment as well. So I think if we do break this, that'd be crazy, personally. What's the new Purple Crown thing? What's the new Purple Crown thing? What the hell are you talking about? New Purple Crown? Nope, you've lost me. Tim didn't know if they deleted a whole review. What's that? I don't know what. I can't see any messages being held for review at this minute, although I've got top chat rather than live chat on, so I apologize. I don't think I can see any. Trump said he wanted the regs on his desk from Tim Scott on August 4th, straight out of his mouth on TV. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. That Pulse Play says, can you look at Cookie Dow? Yeah, where are we at? Oh my God, it's 20 to. I know I started late, so I apologize. Let's bring up the DeFi market and see what's going on. What do you think about SPX 6900? I called it on one of my shorts as a very good meme coin. Or, yeah, very good kind of meme coin. The problem I would say with it, and it depends what your risk versus reward flavor is. If you are avert to risk, then, you know, something like that would be more beneficial. Why? Because it's got a bigger market cap, therefore it feels a little bit more like it could be less volatile. If your risk versus reward is like, well, Murray asked about risk, I'm down for sending it, then probably not the greatest of decisions, just because its market cap is so high. Is Cookie Dow even on here, by the way? Or am I just looking for like another random coin that I need to... let me bring CoinMarketCap up. Let me bring CoinMarketCap up, my massive set of choppers. Keep tapping that screen, though. We're at 2,000 likes. We can get this to 5,000, I am sure. I am sure. Oh, Cookie Dow. Oh, it is that one I was looking at. Yeah, it is actually that one I was looking at. 17.54, the current price. Market cap of $101 million. And it looks like it's, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't go crazy about it. If I'm honest, volume at 28 million is pretty good. It's on Binance. It's on most of the big exchanges. I don't know what its kind of utility is, by the way, but I mean, it's okay. That's where I would get to. The problem I have is that it's in a downtrend and has been now for the last month. The 7 days is down. The year is it's 40% on the year, so it's kind of all right. However, its trend is very much down. So unless they've got some sort of crazy answer, crazy news coming in, then yeah, I'm not sure I'd be going all in on that. Just my opiniano, if that counts for anything. Don't know if it does. Right, let's just stick with BTC right now. We'll keep an eye on it. We're at 105.954. Could we be about to see 106? Very much likely. I think it could be. Fingers crossed. Problem with, yeah, they won't change it anyway. So yeah, there is a problem with it. They deem us to have faults in our contract and believe that we can rug pull the project, which we can't. It's hard coded into the project. We can't do it. So yeah, pretty annoying actually. And we've dialed and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and it won't change it. So we can't disable sales. We can change fees. Everyone knows that. We can't mint anything. We can change fees, but only up to 5%. So yeah, pretty annoying actually. Pretty annoying that we can't change it, but we could, I guess, renounce the contract, which may be the last ditch resort. But once you do that, you can't do anything else with the contract. It is what it is then. The only other option would be then to relaunch it. So, you know, worthwhile thinking about. We obviously had that discussion in the TG the other night. Again, we could renounce it, set it to a 1-1 tax and renounce it. Crack on, see what happens. Yeah, worthwhile thinking about. Lee, what's going on? Says China buying Iranian oil again. Yeah, they're back buying again. DP's joined. No one laugh. Null 82837. Welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Again, if you could just tap that screen, lock in some likes. I'd really, really appreciate it, you guys. For sure, massively helps out the channel. Absolutely helps out more than you guys could think. Likewise, by the way, to the La Familia Madrigal here on YouTube. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep it pumping. Let's keep it moving. We're nearly 100 people in the live stream. So, yeah, let's get it moving and grooving, baby. Let's get it moving and grooving. I'm not seeing any kind of crazy news coming in. And obviously, it's been a pretty wild couple of days for that news. And hopefully, we continue now to see the big push up. 2-Bit Blazer wants to race. Does he actually? I'm down for... I was talking to Vern earlier. We're sort of working through a mechanic that can protect the investors, protect the chart to a degree. And hopefully we'll be able to kind of work that through over the course of the next couple of days, which would be good news. So, yeah. We got you. I know people want to do some racing. We will absolutely get to that point for sure. We just need to make sure we try and protect everybody as much as we possibly can. Put stream elements in a timeout. It's spamming too much. Is it really? Just listen to what it's telling you to do and then it's fine. Don't argue with stream elements. Oh, God. Live 111's here. What's going on live? Let me tell you about the big coin that you heard about. Yeah? Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, also, breaking news. Dr. Profit, he's going Bitcoin. MVRV score signals that BTC is far from its top. Whenever we hit the blue region, Bitcoin saw its bottom. Whenever we hit the red region of the MVRV, Bitcoin saw its top. Now check the MVRV level. That is slightly above the level of 2. This is far away from the top level. We are bullish. We're back. Dr. Profit, he is talking. He is completely 180'd. He actually, just I think it's funny, by the way, he actually tweeted out about something. What did he tweet out? What did he tweet out? It was a little bit earlier on. Is it this one? Nope. He, on one of his tweets, I couldn't help but put a picture of like some flip-flops. Couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. I don't know where I posted it, though. Is it this one? Is it this one? No. Oh, I don't know where it is. But yeah, I posted a pair of flip-flops. Why not, eh? That's my opinion. Why not? But hey, at least he's gone bullish. That's my view. Leases, I'll share any potential issues I get from work. They flagged things 12 hours before shit kicked off. Oh, really? Yeah, Lee, let me know. DM me, send me it over on TG. Let's get it out there. Let's get the word out there. I give up. It's just me on this stream. I've checked other YouTube videos. They're loading and playing and no problems. This just keeps falling behind. Yeah, I haven't dropped a single frame, so I don't know why that would be, Justin. I have no idea, actually. See you later, buddy. But yeah, no idea, to be honest. Till we get everyone to sell and then buy back in once they're gone. Just saying. It's hard to manage though. That is hard to manage. That's hard to manage. There's lots of ways, there's lots of discussions, lots of things we could do. You know, you kind of just, everyone sells, you see where you end up at. You'd have to sell the chart. You'd have to sell the tokens on the chart though, because the reality is all the liquidity is locked on there. So yeah. Hey to be, what about Solana X AI? When go live? Is it not launched yet? Don't know. Is the honest answer. I thought it had launched, or I thought it was launching soon. I could message the dev and see what's going on. It launches. Well, the price increase is in 4 days. I don't know how many rounds there is, but yeah, just go to the website. I've literally clicked on the website and I can see it says 4 days, 14 hours, 32 minutes until it goes up. Have you checked their social media account? Or just come in here and said, when does it launch? Just curious. Not hating on anyone. Q3. Right. Okay. There you go. So, I mean, it's not rocket science to find out. Yeah, they tweeted out 11 hours ago. We're still live on Wallim.io. Complete the social task, win prizes. Drop the amount of the comments. They're still pretty active. Here, look, go and watch them in here. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's not difficult to do. Look, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, by the way. I generally aren't trying to be a dickhead, but yeah, that was like, took us about 10 seconds to find out what's going on with it. Good, right. 106, baby. There we go. But yeah, I promise I'm not being a dickhead to Beria. So yeah, but like Crackerjack says, Q3. And yeah, go and check their website out and equally their social media, and it's telling you on there. Look at that, 106, baby. Let's do it. What do we need to break for the day, which would be nice? 106, 300. I'm down for that. I am down for a break above that. That would be good news, by the way. Guys, don't forget, keep tapping that like button. Keep locking in those follows. We're all about it. Knoxville. Boom. Hello, chat. What's going on, buddy? Did you talk about the Polynex platform? Did I talk about it? Don't think so. No one wants to play 2-bit. That's because you just beat them all the time. That's the problem, Tim. No one wants to go against you. No one wants to go against you because you just take all their money. That's the problem, Tim. Oh, dear. Yeah, look at this. Bitcoin now rallying. 106, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hit those like buttons. Keep tapping that screen. Do all that good stuff. Yeah, Tim, I reckon we could do something tomorrow. We could definitely do something tomorrow, which is like, if you want to race, you can dump some Ethereum into a wallet and we can send your tokens back. We can do it that way. That's what we can do. 37. My man coming in fresh right now with the gifts. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, you got to be careful of Tim. Tim, we need to hold 106 now. Yeah, I mean, be nice to get a close on 106. That would be nice. Get a solid close at 106. That would be pretty optimistic for the day. And I think given everything that's gone on, Jerome Powell's talking again tomorrow. We might break that down in a little bit more detail. But as long as nothing weird happens between Israel and Iran tonight, I reckon we're all right. I reckon the market's back on. I reckon we're starting to once again trend to the upside. I'm just kind of looking for some key levels. I mean, that there is a pretty key level, isn't it? And look, we wicked down perfectly on that. We need to look at that. Where's the next big break point we'll be looking to get through? What do you reckon? Previous high. That could be an interesting level. That could be an interesting level. Where is that? 107. Keep your eyes peeled on those two levels. Let's see. Let's see if Bitcoin can break that. We also obviously have a very interesting pattern playing out as well. Now, we could obviously see this, but yeah, look at this. Oop, oop, oop. Could we then see the oop? Bullish. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm down. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Serg, what's going on, buddy? Knoxville says 110 incoming. Let's hope so. Yeah, MasterCard partnered up with Chainlink today. We talked about it earlier. Pretty crazy, if you ask me. Pretty crazy. Mikkel XPP, what's going on, pal? Welcome to you. Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. But yeah, hopefully we see this move. And again, Bitcoin continue to rally, is dragging some altcoins up with it. Zebek had a decent move yesterday and seems to be holding up as well. So fingers crossed Zebek will continue to push to the upside. That would be good news. Couple of other coins starting to flip green a little bit here in the markets, man. Atheist down 5%. What is its problem? Like, come on, Atheist. Start moving, you massive dick. Fingers crossed we can see that move. But yeah. Also, you've got the official Trump token is continuing to dump as well. Bad news. But hopefully Jerome Powell comes out and he's like, hey, yeah, look, we're super bullish. Like, the market's kind of crazy. Everyone's happy. Let's get it. Let's send this thing to the freaking moon, Jerome. Let's do it. Right, we just lost 106, though. Disaster strikes. No, I was too bullish. I was too bullish for a short period of time, and it's all gone to zero. Don't worry about it. How's Pyth doing? Do we have Pyth on here? I can't remember if we have it on here. We do not. Let's bring it up. PYTH. Pyth token. Oops. There we go. Where are we at? 0.9 cents. Up about 1%. I kind of feel like we have this in the portfolio, which is doing kind of all right. But yeah, the grand scheme of things, not great. I think it's fair to say. People are going to be shocked when all these alts fully realize their... Yeah, absolutely. For sure. We always thought that with Matic. It was always such a shame that they never really capitalized on it. Because the longer the market goes on, the longer this kind of bullish statement sits there, the sentiment on Bitcoin remains more positive, then I think we absolutely see a little bit more of a big altcoin market cycle, hopefully. Tim, you can see you had a race and you lost. I'll send my address. Where can I send my win? Places like, just let me know and I'll send the coins. Love it. Love it. Curtis says Mudeng. Oh, we haven't looked at Mudeng for a while. I haven't seen any of those old school ones really moving. They all already had a big push, but you know, Fartcoin I think is pretty dead. I mean, it's up what 5%, $150 million market cap, so it's kind of holding up in there. It's kind of holding up all right. Nothing crazy, but yeah, holding up okay, I think. Yeah, downward trend, great utility though. Yeah, true, very true. Yeah, I think we either have held it or we hold it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah. Zebek, yeah, we talked about Zebek. Still very optimistic about what Zebek's doing. So yeah, Mudang still moving a little bit. Nothing else that I can think of off the top of my head is sort of big on the DeFi space. Nothing's coming across my desk at the minute. Nothing at all. Obviously, I did post a subscriber-only video in TikTok. So if you are a subscriber, then that is in there for you guys to have a look at. And we'll be trying to do a little bit more content like that as well as we try and build out the platform, try and bring a little bit of an alpha group together, which would be cool as. So yeah. SPX. Yeah, someone was asking about that on TikTok. Yeah. I think lots of meme coins are doing all right today. Lots of memes are doing all right today. Nothing super crazy, but yeah. Look, the market's up today. The market very optimistic. Like we said, hopefully Jerome Powell comes in, kind of pushes the market a little bit more. Don't forget, he's back in front of the House tomorrow as well. So, you know, we might get a little bit more optimism in the market. Fingers crossed if that happens. I'm all down for it. But yeah, look at this. Meme coins. People start talking about Shiba Inu making a move. There's SPX 6,900 up nearly 9% on the day. Dog with Hat, 84 cents, baby. That one's on the move. And Pudgy Penguins, lots of people are talking about that is due a solid move as well. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff going on. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff going on out there. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Like I said, as long as the market is feeling a little bit more optimistic, then that's good news if you ask me. SPX Fartcoin and Virtual's always pumping and dumping. Yeah, low liquidity. That's why you see that. That's why you see that. Stan, what's going on, Stan? Cardano, yeah, 58 cents. Needs to kind of get back up again. 61 would be good. I mean, it could. It's still downward trend momentum, so you probably want to wait. If you're looking, stochastic RSI is now starting to push back upwards. If you've got another green day tomorrow, may confirm its upward trend. Cardano could be an interesting trade, especially with Charles Hoskinson trying to come out as a very bullish operator. You could see a little bit more with that one. So, yeah. Lots of people kind of flipping into Cardano, which is interesting. It's interesting. Heard someone mentioning why earlier, not heard of it in a while. YFI? No, I haven't heard of that for a while. I haven't heard from that for a while, but yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, what is Fartcoin now? I didn't even look for Fartcoin actually. $1.02. That was all right. That was all right. I think I bought like 91, sold at like 131 or something. Yearn Finance, Vern, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much, buddy. It costs literally fractions of a cent if you want to help out. You want to support. Again, we appreciate any gifts you guys drop in. Thank you so much. I do appreciate those. Chainlink, yeah, we talked about Chainlink. MasterCard partnership. Bullish on Chainlink. I think, yeah. Do I see Chainlink $100? Probably not. Do I see Chainlink doing some sort of crazy move this cycle? Maybe not. But I think it's a solid hold as a big, decent altcoin for sure. For sure. I'll hold my SHIB till 2035. Blazy. Wild, man. Love it, though. Love it. Yearn Finance, yeah, I haven't heard of it. Like I said, Aave is certainly looking bullish right now. Lots of people talking about Aave. Big lending platform. Lots of liquidity farming if you're interested. I can't remember where it is. Where is it? Yeah, Aave, look at this. Up 7%. $266. Holy crap, that's wild. That is wild. Yeah, someone was talking about Uniswap earlier. $7. It's not bad. It's not bad. Casper, 42. Man, Casper needs to get a move on. Needs to get a wriggle on old Casper, doesn't it? Interesting. 40 to 50 link. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Hard to predict with this market. Hard to predict, but Fear and Greed's moved up a little bit. Look at altcoin season indicator. 17 out of 100. That is just a disaster. Andrew Gibson's in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Appreciate the gifts, everybody. Look at these guys. Oh, let me give you some coins out there. So you guys, let me give you some stuff back. Treasure box. Here you go, you massive set of choppers. There's some coins, baby. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. 3 minutes. It's going to be there. So make sure you tap on this. Make sure also if you want to support, just tap on here. And also tap the screen as well. The likes help out. Hit the follow button. We're not far off 1,000 followers, by the way. And if you guys on YouTube want to help me out, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, follow me on TikTok. I am uploading quick content over there. So if you want to be in the house, make sure you're all over it. Shit, I sold my bags today. 4 years. What? You sold everything, Andrew. Well, I hope you made some good gains. That's all I will say. That's wild, though. You sold everything, like, just totally out of there. Like, just full sent everything out. What's your thoughts on whether it'll be a super cycle? Man, it's hard to say. Institutional investment says it should be. Retail says it shouldn't be. So it is hard to say. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard to say, but yeah. Hey, Andrew, fair play to you. Look, you know, but the one thing, as long as you locked in profits, who the hell cares, bro? That's where I get to. Who the hell cares? Tomato Pizza, I tried watching Matthew Perry earlier, got 20 seconds in and switched it off, fell asleep. Wall Street Money coming in, though. Any thoughts on ICP? Yeah, we touched on ICP a while. I think it had its big run back in 2024. It has to push a narrative. If it can, then it's got an opportunity. We'll see. Aptos, thank you for that. Appreciate the heart, my man. Thank you so much. What do they do? What do they do on TikTok? Probably not that. Is it that? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Way! I'm like a proper TikToker. Deng moo. I don't know what that means, but shout out to you. Just rhyming here. We're rapping. I'm back in soon. Andrew, looking for the dip. Are you in any low market cap AI coins? No. Not at the minute, I'm not. I don't think so anyway. Am I in any low cap AI coins? No. I'm going to say no. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not in anything at the minute particularly crazy. A couple of plays. Again, one which we dropped on for the subscriber group on here, and a couple that we talked about here on the channel as well, but nothing crazy. Nothing super crazy right now. Waiting for the next one. There's a couple of projects I'm sort of working with at the minute, dialing in a couple of conversations that may turn out to be good. I don't know. As always, never financial advice on this channel. All we do is ever just speak about cryptocurrency, and it's for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, that's my view. Yeah, waiting for a dip. Fair play. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. We'll see. I bought SWC at 259, sold at 406. Bang. Get it, Andrew Gibson. Love it. It's from Mudeng. Oh, nice. 1K up now. I need to hold 106. Let's get it, 106. We might see a push to this trend line, by the way. 107 could be on the cards. Remember, yesterday we moved big after hours. Let's just take a quick look at the USA Futures pre-market. Because the pre-markets showed us yesterday, the markets did exactly what we thought, which was a good news story when we opened. So yeah, wider world. Don't know about that. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is, man. This looks like it could be another good day. So, holy shit. The futures market on the Dow is predicting a 514-point change upside. The fair value upside 22.98. You got the S&P 500 looks like it's going to rally in the morning. NASDAQ looks like it's going to be big in the morning. Oh my God. Crazy. The Russell looks like it's going to be mad. Man, look at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. 2%. Up 500 points. You know. The Nikkei as well looks like it's going to move 436 points. We might be in for some sort of crazy shit tomorrow, just FYI. Man, hold on to your backside. It might be about to get pretty wild out there. I was well happy. First gains for me in ages. Nice, Andrew Gibson. Hey, look, gains are gains, baby. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh dear, Alibaba is a great stock. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Avoid those tariffs, baby. Avoid the tariffs. But yeah, fingers crossed. Like I said, it looks like the market's setting up for a very interesting day tomorrow. If we can avoid any crazy stuff, any tension escalation between Israel and Iran, hopefully they don't bomb each other, fly planes over each other, do anything crazy, then we might be in for a good day. A continuation to the upside. We may even get 3-4 days into the weekend. Weekend may remain positive. Remember, what are we seeing today? We've seen massive purchasing on Bitcoin. ETFs going crazy, buying as much as they can. Wild. And if you are absolutely not bullish enough on the market, think about that. So look at this, 2,112, 621. Lots of people buying. Also worthwhile. Just taking a quick look, by the way, at the balances on exchanges. Keep your eyes peeled all over this one. Where do we get to? A decline of over 4,200, 2.075 million Bitcoin now available for the OTC exchange deals out there. So this could absolutely fall through the floor, hopefully over the course of the next couple of days. Worthwhile keeping your eyes peeled on it, and certainly, in my opinion, worthwhile very much dialed into this market. I think we'll see some more positive news. Okay, good. Good. XRP news, nothing crazy at the minute. Nothing crazy at the minute. That's the only stand. So we're still awaiting the SEC finalization. We're still awaiting any kind of build out. What we can say, though, by the way, is that we are definitely seeing some more positive moves on XRPL. We're seeing more volume coming in. There's been a couple of glitches on systems on Binance and Upbit today where it looks like they've dumped 5.5 billion XRP. That's not true. As well as, you know, potential retest of key price levels. So again, it's all going to be about where this market holds. But 221 XRP feels pretty solid right now. And again, if you've been watching this channel for a while, if you go to the weekly, where are we at? 2-bit. We're back in this triangle. Very interesting as this is playing out right now. So yeah, lots of interesting things, lots of psychological barriers, lots of, you know, technical charts playing out. Again, hopefully we continue to see this move. Bitcoin is being sold off at 106. So look, hopefully we can hold this range as well. So we'll have to see. Holding out and buying the dips. Nice, CJ. Well, look, if you bought the dip at 197, I think we wicked down to, was a pretty good buy, if you ask me. Pretty good buy. So much information coming in. Can't keep up. Good luck, brother. Keep us informed. Nelson, I got you covered, my man. Just make sure you hit that like button. Bulls are winning. They certainly are. Blair, it looks very much like for today at least, they are very much winning. We're at 5.7k likes. It'd be great if we can get to 10,000 likes. If every single person in this TikTok live just start tapping the screen like lunatics, I reckon that we could get rocking and rolling and we could definitely break 10,000. So if you could just tap the like, tap the screen, do all that good stuff, I would really, really appreciate it. Let's get over 10,000 likes. It would be massively supportive. Thank you. Likewise, if you haven't hit the like button on YouTube, I would highly recommend you do that as well. That is definitely worth your time. Good. RWA 41% up today. Nice. Centrifuge. Have we talked about this before? I feel like Holmes may have brought this up. Have I spelled that right? I'm probably looking at all the like weird ones. Wrapped centrifuge. Is it this one? Up 42%, 21 cents on the dollar. Look at that. Boom. Big move. Yeah, that is a solid play. Absolutely on a tear right now. I promise this was a lie. I was going to say, what? Hope not. Hope not. Hit that dip hard. Get it, Foz. Yeah, I did, in fairness. I purchased a couple. Tapping like a muddered rooker. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I will definitely look at RWA, Solana, Parcel. Let's tap that screen and let's get this to 10,000 likes. Come on, everybody. We can do it. The power to the people out there. You know what to do. You know what to do. How do we do this? I'm new to this. Just tap the screen. Just be like... That's it. You're tapping it. You're tapping it. And then you can get listed up here. Look, at the minute, Vern is one of the legends. And I think 37 is the next legend. So you can get up here. These are flash goals that you can help me out with. And something's here as well. So yeah, just keep tapping like crazies. Let's get it. Watch everyone on your uploads, mate, and keep up me in the loop without me needing to do hours of research. Hey, I got you, CJ Kings. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. It is absolutely very motivational when people say that. So thank you, man. I appreciate your time. How does it go again? 2-bit. Hands. I need somebody. Hands. Not just anybody. Just hands. Everybody. Tap the screen. I could do like I could do those NPCs, couldn't I? Boom. Thank you. Hey, thank you for the surprise. Boom. Everyone will be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Gianluca, good to see you, man. Welcome. Welcome. Right. Let's stick on here just dead quick. 105,900. Obviously, I know I was late today, so I apologize. So we're sort of hanging around. Do you like Python Network? Yeah, we were talking about that, Bailey. We were literally talking about it earlier on. Undervalued, probably, is probably where I would get to. But yeah, lots of positive stuff going on with that. So yeah, we literally discussed it. I feel like either we were in it or we're in it on the investment fund. I can't remember, but yeah. Quite a lot of people are bullish on that. Again, I still think there's some very good altcoins that are very undervalued. You look at, I mean, think about it. Ethereum's at 24.37 and you got Bitcoin retesting 106,000. It's absolutely wild. It is wild. Solana 144. You know, these are meant to be like $400-500 coins right now. Like, yeah, PARCL is that. PARCL. Let's take a look at it. This will be the last one we look at for tonight. We can always look at some more tomorrow. Parcel, USDC pairing on, it's pairing USDC, $65 million market cap. Yeah, I mean, it's doing all right. It looks a bit, I mean, yeah, it's doing all right, but I mean, it's down from a low of nearly $1, so I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one, but yeah. Everything. Let's do it. 8.2. We'll get out of here very shortly. Pyth is sort of like getting Link at a discount. Yeah, I agree. So this might come as a surprise to many people, by the way, but I am absolutely playing football tomorrow. Who would have thought that? I am playing football tomorrow. Playing for my work team. So yeah, that was going to be interesting. If I don't turn up on the live stream tomorrow night, not like tonight where I had just a complete meltdown of all my infrastructure, but I might get injured. Do you know what I mean? You know what these people like that you work for you. They always try and just chop you up when you get out onto the pitch. So yeah, I'm going to be playing football. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be good news, and one of which I am more bullish for than ever. So get ready. No, get out of here, Kevin. You know where I play. I'm going to be playing up front, no cheese, as in soccer for you guys. I'm going to be up front. I'm going to be slotting home. I reckon I'm going to get a double hat trick through the course of the tournament. Is it walking football for the over 70s? Get out of here. Knee knockers. Yeah, it's something like that. I'm not 70 though. Yeah, exactly, Tim. That's where I'm going to be at. Double hat trick, baby. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Anyway, good news. Right, we're nearly at that 10,000 likes, baby. Nice, you need glasses. It's because I've got all sorts going on, Andrew. That's why. That's why. And it is pretty small on my screen. I should probably just flick it to... There's like a bigger screen that you can do with all the chat on it. Like that, whereas I can see it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. Anyway, 2-bit bringing on the halftime oranges. You know it, mate. Yeah, you know it for sure. Oh, you meant... Sorry, Andrew. Sorry. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll be there. We'll be slotting some goals in. Fingers crossed. Like I said, if I don't turn up or I look really, really broken when I come live tomorrow night, you know why. You know why? Because I'm exhausted and I should not play football at 41 years old. But hey, equally though, I could go out onto that pitch and get man of the tournament and just be an absolute hero. So look, fingers crossed. We will do both. Don't join in with him, Craig. Don't join in with him. All right? You're better than that. Anyway, right, everybody, your massive set of choppers. There's 10,000 likes. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Thank you so much for all the support, you guys. We are building, once again, something pretty cool here on TikTok, so thank you so much, everybody. Right, I am out. I did run. How long have I been live for? Just so I know. 1 hour and 6 minutes. All right, cool. So we were actually live for a decent period of time. As ever, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night, 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you set your alarm clocks because it's about to get good. And we may even be on a nice little pump again tomorrow. So until then, thanks so much, everybody. Enjoy the jazzy music, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you.